What's going on, guys? My name is Jonathan Smith, and today I want to talk to you about something that I hear all the time, and it's the worst thing to do if you have bad credit. Now, I have a lot of people that come to me and they say, I want to buy a house, but I just have bad credit, or I had bad credit in the past. And so a lot of times I'll start talking to them and asking what happened, and they'll say, 3 or 4 years ago I had a credit card I didn't make a payment on, or my car got repoed, or I was in the hospital and I had a collection from the hospital. Now, the key here is a lot of times I hear, 3, 4, 5 years ago I had this thing. But their credit score is still bad, even though that's so far in the past. So the number one mistake I see is people don't get any additional credit. So they don't have anything good on their credit report. All they have is something that was bad and in the past. So how can you go ahead and fix this so that 6 months, 12 months, 18 months from now, you don't have bad credit like you do today? Go out there and get a credit card. Now I know, the Dave Ramseys of the world are going to get mad at me for saying this. But look, if you have something that is less than good on your credit report from the past, you have to give something else that shows that you have good, you can have good credit, that you're credit worthy. And the easiest and cheapest way to do this is with a credit card. Now, that doesn't mean go out there and max out a credit card and use it all over the place, max it out, don't pay it off. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is go out there and get a credit card. Use it just once a month to get gas so that you're building the usage, but you don't have to go out there on a shopping spree just because you have a $300 limit. You really want to be cognizant of what you're spending your money on. A credit card doesn't mean you throw a budget out the window. A credit card doesn't mean you have extra money to spend. Nothing changes other than the fact that every once in a while you're going to use this card solely to build up your credit. And then once you build up your credit and you get used to using credit and you can responsibly handle it and pay it off every month, you're using your budget, you got savings, sure, you can put everything on a credit card. I put everything on a credit card. Makes it easier to track everything, and I get the rewards points. But that's beside the point. You go out there and get a credit card. Here's some tips. You can get a secured credit card, because if you have bad credit, you're probably not going to be able to qualify for anything good as far as credit cards go. Now, there's two downsides to a secured credit card. Number one is that you have to put money down. So in order for you to have a $300 limit, generally you have to deposit $300 with them. And a lot of times you don't get that deposit back until you actually close the card. Now, it's a price to pay, and your goal is to only have this secured card for maybe a year or two, and then you'll close it once you get into a better credit card. Now, another thing is, I haven't found any secured credit cards that don't have an annual fee. So that's another reason you probably don't want to hold this credit card for a long period of time, but you really need to boost your credit up and start working on it and being able to get to a point where you can get something like a Capital One that has no annual fee, because really you don't want to spend extra money to get credit. The second way that I would help build credit, if you didn't want to get a credit card or you wanted to add a second layer, a little bit of depth to your credit report, is to actually apply for something like Self-Lender, is something I used in the past, where you get a loan for, call it $500, and you make a $25 payment every month until that loan is paid back. Now, that loan was in a savings account that you don't have access to until the end of that loan process. But the nice thing about this is you're basically loaning money to yourself, you're making payments to yourself, and then at the end of that whole period you get all that money back minus some fees. It might cost you $20, but you'll have built up a 2-year payment history, and it'll be a different credit profile because it'll be personal loan is what it'll show up as on your credit report. So if you can get a credit card and a personal loan, you've broadened your credit horizons. You're building that monthly payment. You know, if you have two positive months, two positive payments every month going on your credit report. And then if you have something back in the past, even if you have something in the past 6 months ago or 12 months ago, you still need to be focusing on building your good credit. It's the biggest mistake I see all the time. People get one bad thing on their credit report, and they probably did it real early in life, you know, maybe when they were 18 or 19, and they just gave up. They said, I have bad credit. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to give up from here. Now, that's not going to be you. You're going to go out there and you're going to start working on building your positive credit history while you're maintaining, you know, your good financial health and building your financial health. That way, once that good reports start coming back in and your credit report starts going up, then you'll be able to qualify for your first house, and then you'll continue to be able to build everything that you're working on. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you like and subscribe. Stay tuned. We're going to have more content coming to you soon. Stick around. We're going to be bringing you more and more. So catch you on the next one.